Hello, fellow citizens of the verse, and welcome to my uh, breakdown of the 890 jump contract. Urgent boarding action in progress. I had a whole script typed up. That was a buggy. There we go. Um, on what I was gonna say and how I was gonna say it, but I feel that just winging it's gonna be better. It just feels more human and not so robotic. I've taken about 1,000. All right, that's an over exaggeration. About say 50 takes of this, and just hasn't come out right. So um, I'm making this video because it was a request of a friend who was having trouble locating the transmission panels. Um, so the first part of this video is going to be me showing you um, how I cleared the 890 jump solo, and then the second part of this video will be taking you all the locations of where you can find these transmission panels aboard the 890 jump. Um, I truly hope that this video uh, can help anyone else who's also looking for these panels, like my friend is. So if this does help you, please give a like to the video. Maybe subscribe to the channel. I do live streams off of my YouTube now. I used to be at Twitch, but I am converting over to YouTube, so it'll help me out tremendously. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Give me a second here. All right. So this is all pre-recorded, so I'm kind of just monologuing over the top of this. I logged into my first server. I looked for the contract. I didn't see it. So immediately, without even getting out of bed, I just left the server and I tried again. This server actually had the contract, which, by the way, if you're only looking for the information for where the transmission panels are, I'll go ahead and put a timestamp in the description below, as so that way you can just jump straight to it. If you'd rather continue watching this and watch me clear the 890 solo, just stick with me. Um, so today I am taking in Gemini's, the S71 carbine, and I forget, what is that, S55, or I forget what the letter is, something 55, that is the LMG, and it's a beast. I love that gun. I love all the Geminis, really, I do. Right, down into the lobby, into the train terminal. I tried to cut this down as much as possible, so there wasn't a whole lot of running. I felt it would be kind of kind to all of you, while still kind of providing the big picture, and be somewhat entertaining.
Careful, doors are now closing.
That was a very short train ride. I like them when they're short. I love elevators that are fast, though. Even better than fast train rides. Look at that. Doors close, doors open. Oh, we're there! Alright. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and take my freelancer max out today. Right there. Always hangar 4. Always hangar 4. Hangar 4. Oh, look. 4. Now, she's not my favorite ship, but I've seen a lot of people say that they really like the Freelancer Max. My favorite ship, I honestly haven't settled on yet. Um, but the Freelancer Max really isn't that bad. I really kind of like it. Just not my favorite yet. Go and request departure from the terminal. Go ahead and off, so wait for the doors to open. Nice and easy. Steady she goes. Alright, so here we're going to be jumping onto grid with the 890 jump. Spooling, spooling, spooling. Go. Jump. Once you arrive on grid with the 890 jump, we're going to have two Cutlass Blacks that we're going to have to fight. There's the first one. Now, for the sake of shortening it up, I only show the explosions, because that's what everyone wants to see, right? Things go boom. I know I do. Alright, next one. And boom. That'll never get old. So, I ended up having to fight a third ship that spawned into the area, but I didn't show that part. So just be careful, sometimes you can get a third spawn. It is very random and is never guaranteed to happen. I sped this part up because I was very slow at maneuvering my ship, but basically what I'm doing here is I'm positioning myself over the hangar bay that is almost always open. And inside the hangar bay there's anywhere from 4 to 8 pirates. So you could like cut down your work tremendously by just sitting outside the ship, aboard your ship, and having your ship's shields as basically your own personal shield. They will shoot at your ship, but they can't hit you. At least, let me rephrase. I've never had any of them hit me yet. Oh, by the way, I have horrible aim. Please don't criticize me in the comments for my aim. I already know. You know what? Go ahead, criticize me. Please, let me have it. I already know I suck at shooting, so it's not gonna hurt my feelers at all. Oh, missed shot. Oh, jumpy. He should have been dead. Oh, I think he is dead. There he is. They must be outside the range of my optimal damage, because that took 4 shots to the head. That was a bit insane. I should have paid attention to my ammo there. I wouldn't have had to read. Alright, back into the cabin of my Freelancer. We're going to reposition over to the side airlock. Mainly because this is where I have optimized my run looking for data transmission terminals, the data panels. Whatever you want to call them, really. And my parking job was atrocious this time. That's alright, it serves the job. When you're entering these docking collars, put your head at the very top, because if you try and line up your feet with the bottom of the docking collar, you're going to trip and fall on your face. So I'm assessing where the enemies are above me. I'm going to go and run up the stairs where they are not, and then typically you have them on both sides, so doing this is going to be kind of a difficult thing, but they're all on one side, making it easy. I'm just going to mow them down. There we go, and they're dead. So here's where I failed. I actually failed to find my data transmission terminal because it was actually aboard the bridge. And typically, being in that position, I usually check the bridge first, but it never has spawned on the bridge for me up until this moment. So, I didn't check the bridge. I've kind of gotten in the habit of not checking the bridge, actually, which is why I failed it this time. Anyways, data transmission terminal can be there. They can be in one of these side rooms off to the left and right here. they will always in these rooms be attached to those screens that you see on the wall, those black screens. By the way, open the door. It looks black, like you can pass through it. That's a void. Don't pass through it. Just sit there, open the door, it'll open, and the room will be there. You don't want to fall into the void of the ship. These two rooms down here on the main level, you can either check these first before going up. I usually don't because I want to clear the room first, come back for them later. They have the terminals as well, same location next to those black screens. So just a quick check, turn around and run back out. Now if they're not here on these two decks, you're going to go down to engineering, or actually you can go two different ways. I found it easier to go to crew decks, and then you can check both engineering and the medical bay, which are the last two areas. So we're going to go to crew decks. And not shooting at us, open the door, make sure they're not shooting at us. Okay, we're in. Okay, checking the medical bay first because it's closest. Well, technically it wasn't, but it's going to be the most clear without fighting. Okay. Out there. Got it. Alright, last location that it can be is down in main engineering. But we gotta clear the pirates out first. This is definitely not a long-range gun. Fortunately, I didn't bring enough long-range ammo for my S71. Wait till he runs out. So I've had so many bugs aboard this ship that I am being super, super cautious. I also brought my own ammo and my own guns because I found when picking up their guns, which is what I used to do, every now and then I'd pick up a gun that just wouldn't fire. You pull the trigger, you don't even get a click like it's out of ammo, it just doesn't do anything. It's like you're not even holding the gun. So that has gotten me killed more than a number of times. So bring your own guns, bring your own ammo. Yes, you can kill them with a singular gun and a singular clip, and then start picking up their guns from here on out, but I don't advise it. It's just better to be safe than sorry. Bring your own guns. Alright, we're down to 3. Now, these pirates will roam around the ship. They're not in static spawns. They don't stay in static patrol areas. They will wander the entire ship. So if you clear the top decks, then you go down to the bottom decks and you clear the bottom decks, but you still have people missing, chances are they took an elevator up to the upper decks. So go back up. But we're gonna clear the mid deck first. Here's the hangar bay that we've already cleared, but like I said, they roam, so we're going to check it and be cautious. Peek your corners, check all your corners as you go, and try and do it as fast as possible. They do have trouble tracking you the faster you move. Now that's not to say that they can't hit you, it's just harder for them to hit you. So I usually like to pick up the P4s. Unfortunately, I don't see this guy's P4 anywhere, so I already got 2 guns on me. I don't feel like bugging myself, so I'm just gonna forget about it. Always peek your corners. This door's not quite wanting to open. So the one place that they won't be in is those other doors down the hall that you just saw. I've never seen them in there, so chances are I don't think they ever go there, and I've done this a good number of times. I've also never seen them on the battle bridge of this ship. So this ship technically has 2 bridges. You have the main bridge up top, and you have the battle bridge in the heart of the ship, which is right through this door here. So you got your captain's chair in the middle there, and then you have two terminals to left and right. Okay, so I've checked all the lower decks. I'm gonna go back up to the upper decks, just like I was saying earlier. Now, by the way, in this escape raft area, that door to my left, there is a ladder that you can climb up and down, but I've found the elevators to be far more useful because they provide you protection all the way down and an opening and closing door to hide behind. On a ladder, they see you coming down and they have time to identify you as an enemy, take aim, and shoot at you by the time your boots hit the ground. So definitely not worth it. Take the elevator. It'll save you time. And yes, you can slide down the ladder if you want to, but again, you're still going to be exposed with nothing to hide behind. And he's dead. One last one. So this is my first time on the bridge on this particular run. This is where I realized that this is where it was. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever seen it on the bridge, but there it is. That's the last place that that can be. Fortunately, I was too little too late, but hopefully knowing these locations will help you guys in the future. Alright, so here we go. Here's a breakdown. 4 minutes on the clock. I always clear this room first. I go up to bar area, lounge and bar area. You can check left or right room first, makes no difference. It'll be right here on the bottom right corner of the screen. Or it can be in this room, the bottom left corner of the screen, closest to the door. Then you have one located over here at the very bow of the ship. Now, entering this room, be careful because they can hide behind this bar here and behind this wall here, right under the terminal. And it's located on this corner, bottom left. Then over here on the bridge, dead center. Now, you can easily identify it by this glowing red cable that's plugged straight into the bulkhead. You see that glowing red cable, know that you're in the right spot. Now we're 2 minutes in, just about. Now these bottom rooms, like I said, you can check them first if you want to, but I usually do it later. Bottom right corner here, and bottom left corner here, right there. From here, I go over to the escape raft, and I take the elevator down. Take it down to crew deck. Now you can do these two in either way that you want to. You can check engineering first, or you can check medical first. If you want to check engineering, you need to clear engineering of the hostiles, because it'll be located there on the far wall. Right? There. So you have to clear the entire room to get access to it and not get shot. find medical, which is on the left side of the ship, about halfway up. You can easily spot it through the window on the left hand side there, or you can open both doors and just check it because it'll be sitting right there, and it'll be plugged into the outlet right there. That's it. 50 seconds left on the clock. If you cleared your enemies pretty easily, it should be no problem to find these data transmissions. So I hope that this was a big help to you guys. And like I said, if this was in any way, shape, or form helpful, or you think anyone else might find use of it, just hit the thumbs up. Maybe even leave a comment. Um, I can do more videos like this. You can leave comments as to things you'd want me to try and cover. Be happy to try and do it for you. Um, I do regular streams on YouTube, usually about 2 3 a week, and usually closer to the weekends. So hopefully I'll see you in my next stream. And thanks a lot. See you in the verse.